What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today, we're going to work on the Chrysler Crossfire. We have a 722.6 that is giving us some drama because I believe it's either going to be a bad conductor plate or it's going to be the actual connector has transmission fluid in it and is causing problems, or it could be a combination of both. So here's what I've got for you guys today. It's the, I believe it's an 05. Is it an 05? I totally forgot. Let's have a quick look. There it is. It's a 2 of 04. So this is an 04 Chrysler Crossfire. I mean, they're the same car regardless, but we got this car for, I don't remember how much it came out to. Like $1,600 winning bid or something like that, and then fees and everything came out to, we probably got around $2,000 in her. She's not a bad looking car, and it doesn't run poorly. It's just that the transmission is stuck in limp mode, and that is a very common problem with the 722.6 transmission. Ladies and gentlemen, so many Chryslers and Mercedes use this transmission for so many years. This is just a common problem. So if I were you, I wouldn't be overly concerned with transmission issues or purchasing a car like this with transmission issues, because most likely it's just going to be an issue with the connector itself or the conductor plate. It's really not that big of a deal. Here's the interior. It looks relatively decent. It does have some higher miles on. It's got like 165,000, but I've seen these things easily go over 200,000 miles. This is a solid motor and transmission. They really are. Anything that has these, I consider to be very good, solid, reliable cars. Now, I'm going to introduce you to the 722.6 real quick, and I think you're going to see immediately that most likely we have a leaking connector. There is the 722.6 in all of her glory right there. You can see towards the front of the car, there's nothing leaking at all, nothing. But as soon as you get over to the transmission pan, yeah. And everything else under the car looks really good. Now, I got to give a big shout out and thank you to FCP Euro, who continue to sponsor these repairs. Big shout out and thank you to them. Boy, they sent me everything. They hooked it up, buddy. Like, they got us some decals. We got a little FCP Euro decal there. We got a little wristband, little FCP Euro wristband. They sent us the Pentison ATF 134 fluid. Man, I love FCP Euro. It's one of those things where if they'll sponsor a video, I'll definitely ask them to sponsor a video. But if they won't sponsor a video, if they're just not, you know, looking to sponsor the type of video I'm doing at the time, I buy my parts from them anyway, regardless. We got so many parts. These are these tamper-proof transmission seals. There's the little tabs that go to them. This is the connector itself. Has an O-ring right here that tends to go bad, so you always want to do this when you're doing them. What is this? Oh, we got the little crush washer for the drain plug. I mean, this is an entire kit that you can get from FCP Euro's website, and here is what I believe is most likely the culprit, and that is the conductor plate. All right, these things are just known to go bad. They're known to fail, and if you take a look right here, you could see the Mercedes logo. All right, this is genuine Mercedes-Benz. Okay, so yes, FCP Euro is a great place to get cheaper OEM original equipment parts, and the best part, I haven't even gotten to the best part yet. What do we got here? Filter, transmission oil filter. Bingo. The best part is, for all of this, fluid, everything, this would have been somewhere around $300, $350, give or take, somewhere around there, right? I would have bought this anyway, because who can beat fixing your transmission for around 300 bucks? Best part is, if you need this fast, overnight shipping. But I keep saying the best part because it's all so amazing. That's not even the best part, guys. I got to show you this. You've got to see this. And this is the main reason I prefer FCP Euro. Everything in this box comes with lifetime replacement guarantee. Okay, It's the last time you'll ever have to pay for the parts in this box. Use them up, wear them out, order a replacement, then send the parts back for a refund on your new order. Hassle-free returns. You can return anything in this order anytime with the online returns form. We don't accept empty bottles or fluids, obviously, or parts that were not purchased from FCP Euro. And here's a little statement from FCP's CEO. Since 2012, we've ensured that when you order a part, you never have to pay for it again. Don't believe us? We challenge you to put it to the test. Boom, right there. So big shout out to Scott Drozd. I hope I pronounced that right. And FCP Euro for sponsoring this video. I apologize if you guys didn't like me going through the unboxing, giving a big shout out to them, but I got to, man. I really got to. This has been a great company. I appreciate them supporting the channel. And literally anything you buy from them, unless it's an aerosol, you know what I mean? You can't buy some like carb cleaner or something and then empty it out and send it back and tell them you want a refund or a replace. It doesn't work that way. But anything from brake pads to rotors to shocks, struts, tie rods, ball joints, control arms, bushings, anything, you buy it from them, lifetime warranty, baby. You don't ever have to worry about it again. So shout out to FCP Euro. We got to get to work, but first, I forgot, we got this truck pulling the Honda Accord. Let's go out to Mike. I think he's in Norman. Let's deliver this Honda to him so we can get that thing up for sale. We're gonna put it up for $29.95, move that car out of here, make room for a new one that should be delivered any day now. Let's get this sucker started up. Make sure it's gonna wanna start. We had it running a little while ago. We gotta stop and get some fuel. Oh yeah. There we go. Come back here, double check our straps and our chains, make sure everything is still good, nice and tight, the way it's supposed to be. It's got to be nice and tight, guys, you know that. Check this, yep, good. I bought some new straps the other day. Chains under there are chained up to the control arms. Everything is hooked up. We got lights on the back. Man, I'm telling you, this is going to be a great car for somebody. And I know the lights need to be cleaned. I don't have the stuff here to do it. Mike does. Mike said he's going to handle the lights. I don't like that there's so much condensation in this one, though. There's a lot of condensation in that. Oh, well, Mike's going to handle those lights. Yeah, somebody's going to get a great car, man. They really are. She's beautiful. Yeah. Get out of here now. All right, we got our lights on the back. All the lights are checked. Everything is working. Now it's time to hit the road and get down to Weird Beard. Ladies and gentlemen, we made it without a hitch. Get it? Hitch? We're proud to shut this off. I tend to leave it on, but you don't know when somebody is gonna swing by and try to take off with your car. So I guess now it's a matter of getting all of this untangled, untied, and taking off the truck. Look who just showed up. What's up, Mike? So you're gonna take the car, huh? Huh? You're here to pick up the car, huh?
Yeah.
Everybody thinks that we're like beefing, dude.
Really?
I know.
We got like, what is that? Some of that Sam Crack.
Sam Crack and Rich Rebuilds. I knew if I made a we're breaking up video, when you came and said everybody thinks they're breaking up, I was like, you know what?
Right.
Let's make a breakup video. And the video did great. Hey, thanks guys. The video really did do really well. I'm sitting here letting all the air out these tires, trying to drive it back with like 5 psi.
So it'll bounce around.
Yeah, it did great. I mean, all the way back 700 miles from Indiana. I left it about 8 psi on the way back. It didn't bounce around hardly at all. The only problem I had is the clip for the pin came out, and as I was cruising down the highway, I saw these massive sparks flying out when I'd hit bumps.
Oh,
thank God it was nighttime. I saw these massive sparks. I was like, something's wrong. We pulled off the side of the highway. The pin had come out of that little holder that keeps it from tilting, so it was just bouncing up and down on the highway.
I don't want that.
What do you think, man? Come check it out.
Looks good.
They did a better job the first time on the Volkswagen. Maybe it's just a darker color.
Well, darker shows more.
Okay. Yeah,
The darker the color, the more imperfections show.
It's got some runs, especially down toward the bottom where it looks like they weren't, you know, overly careful with it. Yeah. But I mean, honestly, like, I was like $700, dude.
Yeah, it's well worth $700.
I mean, come on. And it's a metallic pearl, Nighthawk pearl, I think is what they call it. So for seeing it on
the videos, the light hits it. It's a pretty.
It's
color.
A blue. Yeah, like at night it looks more black, but when it's sunny out and the light's hitting, it's got these beautiful
kinda
metallic
like
flakes in it.
Midnight blue is what we used to call it.
Yeah. It's a gorgeous color, and the dang thing runs and drives great. The only thing, and I told y'all earlier, he's gonna handle the headlights. He's already got all the stuff for it. I don't, so I'd have to go out and spend like $30 to buy the stupid little sanding kit to do it. So he's gonna clean up the headlights. The only real issue I have is there's lots of, yeah, I don't know where it comes from. Whatever, it is what it is. I mean, it's a cheap Honda that's gonna sell for probably right about what's invested in it as usual. So no surprises there, but I think it's gonna make somebody a really good little car.
Thanks.
Now getting back to the Crossfire, we're gonna do a couple things here in the dark to get it ready for tomorrow. And then we're going to wait until the morning because we're going to have better light to show you guys exactly what we're going to do. So, okay, here's the front of the car. You're going to walk over to the passenger side. You're going to see the battery over here, this cover right here. Then over here you got like this, maybe an EGR valve right there. Right next to that is this special little cap. And it's got this nice little, see that piece protruding out of it right here? Okay, you're going to take a flathead screwdriver like this, and you're going to stick that flathead screwdriver down in the hole, and you're going to pry up like this, push down on the screwdriver and pry up until that little piece comes out. Once that piece pops out about like that, this will come off. Now you should probably replace this. If you buy the kit from FCP Euro, it's going to come with a new one of these anyway, I believe. I could be wrong about that. Okay, don't quote me on that. It might come with one of these, or you may need to buy one separate. I think separate they're like $6 or $8. Definitely replace that. And now you have access to put your dipstick in and check the fluid level. Now I've already done this. I checked the fluid level. Fluid level is actually slightly overfilled, so we know it's not a lack of fluid causing the problem. Let's get underneath the car and get this thing drained. We'll let it sit overnight, make sure it drains real good. We'll come back in the morning and continue. All right, once you get under the car, just about everything you're going to be doing from here on is going to be with a T30. I mean, and when I say everything, I mean just about everything is going to be a T30. Should be a T30 for this drain plug right here. Yes, it is. Oh boy, she's on there real good. This is going to be fun. You definitely don't want to strip out the drain plug if you can help it. And she's going to. I can already feel she's going to try to strip. Great. We may try putting an oversized one in there, but a T30 should get that out, and it should also work for the bolts surrounding the perimeter of the pan. 7mm for the connector up there. Once you get the plug out, the connector is going to be a 7mm, and it should be the T30 to get the valve body off. Now, if nobody's told you yet, let me be the first to inform you that you're probably going to run into problems. The drain plug on this car's transmission will not come out. I've tried and tried and tried. It is really jammed up. So there's I think 1, 2, 3, 6 or so T30 bolts holding the pan onto the car. Get ready to make a mess. Get some cardboard, everything underneath your car. Get ready to splatter some transmission fluid. Slowly take out the bolts, very slowly. let the pan kind of tilt to one side if you can, drain as much as you can, then hold on tight, take out the rest of the bolts, let the pan drop. It's not going to be pretty. Now, like I said, just remember that at some point this is going to start making a mess, and just kind of be prepared for that. I'm going to start by taking the bolts out on the side furthest away from me, and I'm going to loosen them up. In fact, I'm going to take them out, and I'm going to attempt to get the pan to kind of tilt to that side. I'm not sure how well this is going to work. You know, you win some, you lose some, guys. Worst case scenario, you're just going to end up getting some transmission fluid all over the place. The worst things have happened. Trust me. Okay. Now things should start getting fun. I'm not going to take these all the way out. I'm going to loosen them up just a little bit more. I think what we've got here is the pan is actually somewhat stuck to the, yeah, somewhat stuck. So when this thing decides to come down, it's going to be very, very messy. Lovely. Okay, there she goes. It looks like what I was hoping to do worked. Good, good, good. Just gonna let it drain like that for a little bit, and when it starts dripping, should start dripping real slowly here in a little bit, we will continue to remove the bolts from this side back toward the front of the car. There you go. You see what I'm talking about. Now that it's cracked, the more we relieve pressure on these bolts, the more you're going to see this pan starts dropping, and that's exactly what I want. It'd have been a lot easier if the drain bolt would have come out, but just so you know, don't sweat it. You can still do this. Here we go. We're going to lose some more now. Here we go. Just remember, when you get down to the last bolt, put your hand up under here, keep good pressure on it, because it's going to get messy. And I think we're working on getting to that last bolt right now. There we go. Get some of that oil out. You want as much of this out as possible, because this is going to be heavy, guys. Now, trust me when I tell you, I know that this isn't glorious, glamorous work, but listen, if I can work on a Mercedes transmission, you can definitely work on a Mercedes transmission. All right, so it looks like we got some more fluid coming out here. There may be a little, there we go. Well, that's one way to do it. There's more than one way to skin a cat, right? Let's just slide. Oh, the filter came off too. Hey, you don't get much better than that. Filter, gasket, looks like just about everything has come off. There we go. All right, we're straight to the valve body, guys. This is too easy. I shouldn't have said that. Now, you will have to go around the perimeter of where the pan used to be. You have to make sure you get all these wires disconnected. You're going to want all this out of the way so you can get to your connector. The connector is actually way up here, and boy, she is covered in goop. That's going to be a lot of fun to get to. I say we put the rest of this off till tomorrow when it's daylight. All right, again, excuse the flickering light. We got that 7mm out from here, and there was a ton. Oh, look, that ring just broke. That's nice. Well, I was certain I got the 7mm. There was a ton of transmission fluid inside of this housing right here, and I'm pretty sure that we've got this all the way off. That's a 7mm right there in the middle. All right, it looks like she's finally come off. Oh, yeah, those O-rings aren't even on there. Look at this. That's not good at all. Okay, we'll throw that in the bucket there. We should just have a few more of these little T30s to take out, and then we should be able to get this valve body completely removed. At that point, I think we'll save the rest for the daylight. I just pulled the sucker out. There is the valve body. We're gonna put it down in the drain pan here, let it sit. I'll dry some of this off up here in the transmission housing. Let's pull the sucker out, have a quick look. All right, let's drag this bad boy out of here. Let's get inside the garage where we got a little more light. All right, so here we have our old pieces. The old connector, which was full of transmission fluid. That had obviously failed. This, I'm hoping, is still usable. I don't know if the new one comes with this piece or not. I don't know if it broke or not. This looks like it just pops off and pops back on. Hopefully it's not broken. But it seems like it just comes right off way too easy. So here's your solenoids. These just pop off. These are your retaining springs for your solenoids. So you got 1, 2, 3. First thing you gotta do is take these T30s out. Do not, I mean, I guess some of these may be interchangeable. I would never recommend moving these solenoids around. I would leave them exactly as they are. Take them out, keep them organized, make sure you put them back in the same spot. I'll put the retaining springs back in the same spot as well. I was gonna wait till tomorrow, but I just can't. Let's get the solenoids out. Let's take the connector plate off and see if we can visually see anything actually wrong with it. All right, so I've loosened up these retaining springs that hold the solenoids in. And now I'm just going to finish pulling them out, and then I'm going to organize them somewhere out of the way where hopefully nobody will step on them or kick them out of the way. The last thing I want to do is try to figure out how this is all supposed to go. So this retaining spring here, this retaining spring here, and I'm going to put the solenoids on each side as they should go. This should help keep things from getting confused. Okay. Wait, see, I'm already putting them in the wrong place. There you go. There's your, in case you're wondering what the solenoids look like. There they are. I don't know specifically what order all of these go in, which one is 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, etc. Be very careful with these. Boy, if Mercedes could see what we're doing, right? On the floor. We're working on this stuff on the floor. I think they'd have a field day. Now this one is always a little bit tougher to get out than the rest. So I can't do this one-handed. I'm going to have to put the camera down. We're going to have to shock it a little bit with probably with the back of a screwdriver. That one's going to take a little work to get out. That's normal. This one is always difficult to get out. So don't sweat it. Take your time. Be patient with it. You'll get her done. So after doing exactly what I said, which is just giving it a good whack with the back of a screwdriver, she opted to come right out. Now at this point, everything holding the connector plate onto the valve body should come off. Now we're going to clean this all up real good with brake cleaner. There should be some retaining tabs on the side of this connector plate that's actually holding it to the valve body. And once you get these little retaining tabs clicked off, see, there's one right there. Get these little tabs pushed up and out of the way. The connector plate will, not necessarily happily, but the connector plate will come off. Turn it over to this side so you can get a better look at how all this stuff is connected. And so that if I forget where something goes, I'll know how to put it back together. Let's get this connector plate off. Let's see what it looks like underneath. All right, moment of truth. Pull this bad boy off. There's what she looks like underneath. And from what I understand, I could be wrong, but I was getting a code for, I believe it was a speed sensor. And I believe one of these is an input speed sensor and the other one is an output speed sensor. These fail most common on this, along with the O-rings for the connector that cause all kinds of stuff to happen when you get fluid in the wires. But this right here, this piece that tilts up and down, is typically what your problem is going to be. This right here is a fluid level float. So I'm assuming if there's not enough fluid in it, this float does not contact these, there's 2 contacts right here. Does not complete the circuit. Transmission probably stays in limp mode. It's pretty dirty. It's pretty funky. I'm going to set that off to the side, and there is your valve body. She's beautiful. Like I said, we are going to clean this off very carefully with brake clean. I want to make sure everything is cleaned up real good. We'll clean up the solenoids before putting them back in. It's also important to check. There's little tiny O-rings on these solenoids. You want to check those as well and make sure everything looks like it's in good condition. If not, good luck finding the O-rings for those solenoids. You're better off just to buy a whole pack. I think you can find a kit. If not, I'm sure FCP Euro sells the individual solenoids, but I highly recommend, if you're going to go this far, you probably, just to be safe, should replace the solenoids. So why didn't I buy them? Well, I'm going to try it like it is. I really believe the only thing wrong with this transmission is this connector plate. I really do. I think this is the only problem we're going to have. Let's check the transmission pan and filter. Let's see if we have any chunks of metal, because that would give us a really good indication that the transmission is failing internally. So here's our transmission filter, pan, and pan gasket. And honestly, it doesn't look bad at all. It really doesn't. The fluid doesn't even look that bad. I mean, don't get me wrong, the fluid's not in great shape, but fluid doesn't look that bad, to be quite honest with you. I'm not concerned about this transmission being bad at all. I'm really not. What you're going to look for is in the pan is any shiny, and I mean, you're going to have a lot of friction material. That's normal. I'm talking chunks, okay? Like, you see this right here, you're probably thinking, oh man, this is a piece of grass. Oh, it's a piece of rubber. No, it's a piece of grass. Okay, sorry, yeah, it's definitely a piece of grass. Because I sat this pan in the grass, and the grass is all dead because it's winter now, we got a lot of debris in here that wasn't in here. We do have a lot of friction material. We have a lot of grass, a lot of little sticks floating around, but nothing metallic in here at all. No chunks of metal, and that is important. If you've got larger chunks of metal that you can put between your finger and rub them and feel the chunky metal, that's bad. If it's just friction material like was on this magnet right here, that's perfectly normal. It's gooey, it's nasty, but it's perfectly normal. So I am going to say that we have a good transmission, boys. We stole us a Chrysler Crossfire. We're going to put this connector plate back in the morning. I think this is a great place to leave off. It's nighttime. We're going to just leave everything the way it is, and we'll come back in the daylight and finish this bad boy up. All right, I didn't bore you with the details of putting the conductor plate back together because it's really simple. I cleaned it off with a little bit of carb cleaner. Not the conductor plate, but the valve body. Made sure the screens that go to the solenoids, which are inside the valve body, were clean and free of any debris. Mounted everything exactly in the opposite order we took it apart. And I also learned that the T30 is not the proper tool for the drain plug on the transmission pan. I did use the new crush washer that FCP Euro gave me. What I got to actually fit this, and it fits rather snugly, as you can see, but this is a 5mm Allen head. So you might want to look at a 5mm. Don't try to use the T30. That was absolutely the wrong tool for the job, which is why it didn't work out. Now we got the drain plug fixed. I'm going to torque this down. I'm going to climb under the car. I'm going to bolt all this stuff back up, plug it up, and we're going to hope for the best. We got our little cap for the dipstick. We got our gasket for the pan. Got a new filter. We got our new connector with new gaskets. I'll lube this up with a little bit of transmission fluid for easier installation. And boys, at that point, we could put some fluid in it and find out if this thing is going to run and drive. We are making progress, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the we got that still to put in. Don't forget your magnet, and don't forget to clean off the magnet. But here's where we're at. Just want to give you guys a quick update. We've got the valve body partially installed. You got to make sure that your there's like a shift lock actuator, or shift lock bracket or something back here. You want to make sure that you get these lined up properly. See that orange colored connector there? It goes into this little pin. You want to make sure the spring is in the right place over here. And all we got left is tighten down these torques. And I mean, we're almost ready to put it together. I mean, we are putting it together. We're almost ready to put some fluid in it and see what she does. Okay, so it is about that time. I've added some transmission fluid. And did you know FCP Euro has a YouTube channel? Yeah, they do. It's FCP space Euro. Right there, FCP Euro. I was actually just watching to make sure I knew. On Hondas, you insert the dipstick cold, or not cold, but with the engine off. And I wanted to make sure we were doing this right on the Mercedes. So if this is hard to see, I'm real sorry. This thing has horrible quality picture here. The MaxiSys Elite, I don't know what's going on with it. You can hardly see the screen, but I've got a P0715, P0715, and a P0730. Now that incorrect gear ratio I'm a little concerned about, but I'm hoping that it'll go away with the rest of these codes. We're gonna go to clear diagnostic codes. Yes. We're gonna get rid of all of those now that we got all the new parts in. We got transmission fluid in it. And the moment of truth, man. I'm not gonna lie, I'm nervous. Let's fire it up. So currently, trouble codes, no fault codes detected. So everything has been cleared out. And, oh man, I'm nervous, I'm excited. Moment of truth. I hate how Mercedes does this. There you go. Okay, the check engine light is down there and it's not on. We have no warning lights on at all. Shifter into reverse. Right into gear. And right into gear. Before, when you would put it in driver reverse, it took like 20 or 30 seconds for it to engage. And it was like, it was so sluggish. I mean, it's right into gear. Okay, I guess the only thing left to do is let it warm up, get up to operating temperature, check the fluid level, make sure it's full, and then take it on to test drive. Now before I go any further on this, before we go on the test drive, I want to ask you guys, please, when you're done watching the video, would you do me one huge favor? Well, a couple huge favors, but for now, will you just jump over to the link in the description or in the comments section, click on the link to FCP Euro and show them some appreciation. Just click the link. Going there will let them know that you saw the link, that you went to their website. And if you really want to do something special to help thank them for supporting the channel, go over there and get something. I mean, find a bumper sticker or something if they got them. You know, find something cheap. Just pick something up as a way of saying thank you. I really do appreciate FCP Euro for continuing to support the channel and help out. And I hope you guys enjoy the content. So please just click that link, go over there, search around. If you can find something cheap, great. If not, hey, I appreciate you going over there and checking out their link anyway. FCP Euro is a great place to go. Their YouTube channel is a great resource. Tons of information. And remember, it's not just Mercedes. All right, it's not just European cars, because you got a Chrysler here and you think this is American. It's not. That weird transition time for a Daimler Chrysler, it's a Mercedes, but it's a Chrysler. FCP Euro's got you covered. Now, let's go take this bad boy on a test drive. I'm nervous. I've put, I think, about 4 liters back in it. It may not be quite enough, but I want to drive it around, warm it up. We'll come back, check the fluid level. I don't want to overfill it. So let's just take it around the block real quick. Let's see if it shifts, because before it shifted horribly. It was sluggish. I'm excited. I'm really excited, guys. It is so satisfying to do stuff yourself. I'm not saying I'm going to do this all the time, but it is so satisfying to do the job yourself, save a bunch of money. You get a real sense of satisfaction and accomplishment for doing something like this. So let's get on the road and let's see what she does. It did not shift. You're kidding me. It's not shifting. Great. Let's go back to the house. Man, oh man, it's just not my day. So what I notice is when I plug in my scanner here, I notice it's having a difficult time communicating with some of the car's systems. And I'm like, that's not normal. I've never had a problem with this system at all. It's fully up to date. So what I decided to do is hardwire it. Instead of using Bluetooth, it is hardwired down to the programming device, the ECU, the wireless reader. I think it's called a Maxi Flash Elite or whatever. So I hardwired it into my device. I also plugged my device in the cigarette lighter, make sure it's charging. It's fully charged. My device is working perfectly, but for some reason, I'm having issues reading several of the computers. It can't tell when the radio is on or off, and the radio is on, and that's one of the things, which is when you put it in auto scan mode, it checks amplifiers, radios, everything, and it doesn't know that the radio is on. And also the radio doesn't have any sound. The radio comes on, but there's no sound, so I figure we have a problem with an amplifier. I decided at this point the best thing to do was start going through all the fuses. So I took my volt ohm meter and I checked each one of the fuses to make sure everything is good. All of those fuses are good. Now there may be more fuses that I've missed. I'm not gonna lie, I've got more to check. I checked these fuses in here, and I thought maybe the transmission control module, or the EGS is what they call it on these, would be under here. It is not. I finally found the EGS because I'm specifically having a failure to communicate with the transmission control module or transmission control unit, EGS. So I decided, okay, it's time to get down and dirty. The amplifier for the radio sits right here. Luckily, there's no sign that anything in here has been wet, so that's really good. The amplifier, I see no signs of damage, and same thing though with the EGS here. I don't see any sign of damage here, so I decided let's unplug the connectors just to see if we've got transmission fluid inside of our training control unit, and we do. That is very common with the Crossfire. It's common with the 722.6. When that connector O-ring goes bad, it actually shoots transmission fluid through the wire looms, and right there you go. That is transmission fluid in, and you can see some right there as well. Right there. We do have transmission fluid. Looks like this connector is fine. This connector has got fluid in it. I'm gonna have to get some electrical cleaner, clean this out. I'm gonna take off the EGS, see if we can open it up and clean it out as well. And let's see what we're working with here. Welcome to the fun and wonderful world of Mercedes-Benz, ladies and gentlemen. So now that we've got everything disconnected, everything is unhooked, I'm going to clean all of this with electrical cleaner. And you can even go further back here and you can see this right here looks burned. That is transmission fluid that is eaten into this padding down here. This car has obviously had this issue for a long time. This has got me concerned. Sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. We'll clean this up, and here's the EGS. I'm gonna see if we can figure out a way to open it up and see if there's any damage inside. Clean everything up, plug everything back in, and hope that this resolves our issue. So real quick, I want to show you the EGS module. This is what it looks like, and hopefully you can see there's no fluid that has entered the circuit board. So it looks like it's just the fluid made it up to the connectors. We got to clean those off, clean all the associated connectors in there off, plug everything back in, and hope that there's no damage. But this board itself looks like it's in good shape. I don't see anything or smell anything that would make me believe there's something wrong with this. But you never know, man. You can't always tell just by looking at it. So we'll get it all cleaned up, put it back together, and see if we can communicate with the transmission control module. So we've got everything reconnected. I don't have anything bolted down, and it doesn't need to be, but everything is connected. All the wires, plugs, connectors have been cleaned. I even cleaned back there, tried to clean all this stuff up. The amplifier is hooked up. Now it's time to turn the ignition on and see if we can communicate with this thing, because if not, it may be the EGS is bad, or we've got some serious problems with the connectors running from here down to the transmission, and that could be a whole lot of not fun. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hate leaving a video where we never resolve the problem, but it's getting late in the day. I really wanted this video out for you guys like earlier today. It's Sunday. It's now 3:30 in the afternoon Central Standard Time. I wanted this video done, like the car fixed, everything finished. But I guess I got to reach out to some of you for help. I'm having a hell of a time. I mean, I've cleaned everything I can clean. I've looked at everything that I can look at. I've checked fuses. Maybe there's another fuse or something somewhere that you guys might know about. I can't, I'm having a real issue with my scanner. My MaxiSys Elite is having a very difficult time reading this car's codes when I go into the Chrysler program. That's another thing that's really bothering me. Like, we're sitting at the ECM, which is phase 1, and it's at 3%, and it's been like 5 minutes. Normally this thing kind of flies through stuff. Something is giving this scanner difficulty, and I'm not really sure what it is. So at this point, I think the problem could be we can't get the car out of limp mode. I'm trying to clear the codes, but the only way I can clear the codes is if I go into EOBD, which is the Enhanced OBD Diagnostic, not the Chrysler specific diagnostic tool that I'm using on my MaxiSys Elite. Then again, I could be absolutely wrong. I don't know what the problem is. But it's getting so late in the day, I don't have time to continue this video, so we're going to have to leave it at that. If any of you have any ideas, we're getting a P0715, I believe, is the only code that I'm being shown, which is the input turbine speed sensor for the transmission, which is part of that conductor plate, if I'm not mistaken. There shouldn't be anything wrong with the conductor plate. So I don't know. I've been looking at my wires. I don't see anything off the top of my head that looks like there's a problem anywhere. So I guess I'm just going to have to sit back and reevaluate things and listen to your comments. So if you have any experience with the P0715, and do keep in mind the EGS module had transmission fluid in the connectors all the way in the cabin. Okay, so that could have something to do with it. I just don't know. I'm at a loss. This is not my typical General Motors Ford type vehicle. So do me a favor, comment below if you got any experience with this. I would truly appreciate it. Please, again, go check out FCP Euro. Link in the description, link in the comment section. I beg you, go over there. Just look around the store. Buy something if you need something. Definitely get something from them. I truly appreciate them. Don't forget their lifetime warranty. And hey, Weird Beard Auto Sales, go check out Weird Beard on YouTube as well. He's got some cool things going on, man. His car business is really starting to take off. I'm real proud of him, watching his car lot grow, man. It's really cool. And we got another car that didn't show up today, at least not yet, so maybe it'll be here tomorrow. I got to go record Copart walkarounds tomorrow, and I need to get all this done today because it's going to snow tomorrow and be ridiculously cold. And today it's like 70 degrees. Today was the last day to try to get this done. I'm going to keep working on this. Maybe I can figure it out off camera. I'll record another video. Be sure to come back. Share the video if you enjoy the content, guys. Please share the living hell out of the video. I truly appreciate it. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the content. Comment your thoughts below, your opinions below. Stay safe out there, everybody. I'll catch you very soon in the next one.